Oh, it's convincing. It's so neat.
Yeah, nice.
No, it looks like an old one that you've had.
Sweet. Yeah. We got this one, right?
Hope so.
Yeah.
We'll see. One shift at a time, right? Oh, we're streaming. All right, right on. I see nobody's on here live yet, but I know that it's going to be watched later. Hello? Wait a minute, are you going to stay with the normies? All right, well, we're saving this for you. In case you change your mind. I realize it's good, but we're losing our what do I call this, season ticket area here.
Right? Got very good perks, let me tell you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right,
Get the
VIP
commentary,
suite.
It's very entertaining.
Oh, that's...
Much more.
Well, you're always welcome here.
How's your weekend?
Good. I'm finally like important. I found you because important meal until now. Because you asked me. Good enough person to ask about
All right, welcome to the official start of the 2025-2026 regular season of your U13 Gary Park Rep team. That shiny boy down there is Elliot Roach's brother. Graciously cleaned his pads. No one asked him to do it. He just did it for the start of the season so he could look good. We have 2 games this weekend. We have this one and tomorrow at JDF. Both are regular season games as we officially start our season. This is our home opener. Exciting to get this season going after a process that started way back in August with tryouts and exhibition games and placement games. And of course, ending that whole process with that tournament. It seems like we've been going for a while. Seems strange to say this is the official start of this season, but this is the official start of this season. Nice shot by Jack McCamey off the right wing, hits the outside of the twine and stays out of the net. So welcome to Papa TV. Like I said, this is the official start of the season. We stream these and put up the replays later for everyone to enjoy. Inspired by the goalie there's Papa back in Ottawa. And happy that it's enjoyed by people all over the country. Welcome. I try to fill you in on what you might not be aware of because I know that we're at the rink seemingly every day. We're pretty tuned into what's going on with the team, and I think about what would I want to know if I were in a distant province or just not here, and I'll try to fill you in on that as we go through the season. And if you're watching this and you're not Papa, you're going to hear me talking to Papa because this is a way that I like to communicate to him and fill him in on some of the things going on in our lives. So sometimes I'm just talking to him, like when I say, look at that save by your grandson. Good start there by Elliot. So to that end, I will reset the context to this for people that don't know. The way BC hockey works is you first try out for if you wish to, you try out for the rep or representative team for your association. We're Kerry Park Minor Hockey, Kerry Park KPMHA, Kerry Park Minor Hockey Association. We're the Kerry Park Islanders. What they call rep here is called competitive in other provinces. So this is a competitive team or rep team. The idea being that you're representing Kerry Park to the greater community. And the idea is once you get to U13, this is sort of the best of the best out of the association to this point. That's why U11 is called, well, U9 is half ice, right? So you're just introducing players. They're all playing the different positions. You graduate from U9 to U11. They're 2-year cohorts here. Some places it's by birth year. Here they're 2-year cohorts. So you graduate to U11, which is called U11 development. And the idea then is you're developing your team for when you get to this level and you're representing your association, I should say, not your team, your association. Nice little touch pass there by Ollie Scow. Good stuff, Ollie. Okay, and we got a line change going here. So you hear their team yelling that they have time, and that's exactly what you're meant to do. Come up the far wing. Good play by them. So each association is given a tier. I don't think that should be called tier because people think of tiers as levels. But tier is literally just... Whoa! Nice shot there. They have a few really sharp shooters on this team. It's not even a couple of guys you can focus on. And they seem to do that a lot. Interceptor, clearing passes from behind the net right into the slot. I see the arm go up. I saw contact. I saw body go down. To me, it didn't look like a penalty, but I was watching the goalie's position, so I can't comment on that. The arm went up right away. We're going to the power penalty kill here. So you're put in a tier based on the size of your tier. We're a size 3 association, which there's 4 sizes. And once you make that rep team, your team then competes to see what tier or division you'll be put in for this season. We were put in Division 2, which is actually Tier 2, which is Level 2, which, make no mistake about it, is already a big accomplishment for this team. It's a Tier 3 association playing in a Tier 2 division. So right away, that shows that we're over-excelling expectations. And right there, that's just a win that we carry throughout the season, an accomplishment that this team should feel good about, and the whole association should feel good about because we develop talent. Nice play, Elliot. I almost said nice Bryce, just from instinct. Woo! Anyway, yeah. Big save there by Elliot Roach on Theo Hull, one of their superstars. Now, VRC that we're playing here is technically a Tier 1 association, which means they draw from surrounding catchments. So Peninsula Eagles, their players would also try out for VRC, and ostensibly their better players make this team, and that's their Tier 1. And then Peninsula would have a second rep team that would play Tier 2, Tier 3. So these players made VRC, a Tier 1 team, but at the tiering games of September, October, exhibition games, tournaments, it was deemed that they would have a more competitive season in this division. I agree with that. That said, and there are very differing views on this, I think this has got to be objectively the strongest team in the division other than us. I won't consider us in any of these comments because I can't be objective about that. But objectively looking at the other teams in this division, this I think will be our strongest competition. We're playing these teams this team twice in the next 3 games. So we play them again next weekend. Oh, nice save on a nice, hard, low sinking shot from the point. Elliot seems on today. It was a nice dark evening. It got dark early and stayed dark late. So it really, I think, was conducive to Elliot sleeping well. And I noticed on the drive here today, he seemed very rested, which is not always easy to accomplish with school responsibilities and so on. Yesterday being a PD day, or what they call here a Pro D day, professional development, no school. That also contributed to him being able to rest. So felt good about him coming in here today. Little nervous about the team we're playing though, because again, to my eye, when we played them top to bottom, they create those dangerous slot opportunities. And they have a good balanced offensive firepower, as do we. So to anybody tuning in now that it's regular season, I don't know that that would be anybody, but a reminder, we only played this team on our very last game. It was the next of the preseason, or pre-regular season. It was an exhibition game, and it was 10-5 for VRC. However, we came out flat. We didn't play our best game, and it was 6-1 VRC at half. From that point forward, it was 4-4 for each team. Hang on. Come on, Brady. Let's get an early lead here, buddy. Nice shot. Nice save by Jack Cole. Rebounds there. Being poked at. Whistle blows. I think no indication. Looks like it was a save. Nice save by Jack Cole down there, especially on the follow-through. Good job by Kerry Park. Nice, dangerous opportunity there. And I don't think their team let up any in the second half. Or is that my imagination? So somebody waved to me and I couldn't see who it was. I was like, I think that's Duncan. Oh, okay. So an early power play coming here, unless we get a goal, which would obviously be preferable. Nice shot by Hammy. Drifts just wide of the net. Picked up there by McCamey, thrown into the slot. That's not McCamey, apologies. That's Brady Williams, got in the slot. Good job, Kerry Park! First power play of the game drawn for us. 2 minutes interference. So some parents took away from that VRC was much stronger than us. Some parents took away from that actually if we played our game, we should beat them. And some parents, like me, took away that these are going to be 2 evenly based, competitive teams. And that's what you want. But I expect these 2 games, well, let's just take it one game at a time, not to be clichetic, but it's true. I expected today to be challenging, and it already has been. All due appreciation to the people working the box. There was a shot count up last game that was 19-10, which people thought, wow, every second shot went in. I'm like, well, just deductively, that's clearly not the case. The official shot count in that game was 43 for VRC, and we had 24 from memory. I'm pretty sure that's right, though. Oh. And that, if you remember, there were so many penalties in that game. With everything those guys in the box had to juggle, I'm not surprised that shots on goal got kind of minimized. Really good chance there as Jasper Smith centered it to Weston McKinnon. Couldn't get a full finish on it. But good opportunity created so far. This is just, it looks to me like both teams playing their very best games. VRC is a well-coached association like us. They do a lot of development, a lot of ice time, and you see a lot of improvement throughout the season. I'm basing that on my 3 years here, that each year I've seen them, other than us, they improved the most. I'm with you. I don't know if the mic picked that up, but a few parents were like, oh. And that's kind of how I felt. Awfully casual there by Elliot, but he's had a very eventful week. And we'll get to that later. End of the power play here. I know I've talked over most of the first part of this game, but there is a mute button. And I wanted to give some context to this season. I know I do that fairly often, but I'd like to remember that, and I'm reminded when people talk to me, that people jump on at different times. And when I feel like that might be the case, like the first game of the season, I like to give some context to what happened here. So, like I said, these kids are have already accomplished a successful season just by cheering up to Div 2. And now we're chasing the regular season banner. Team that comes first gets the banner. The U11 team was able to do that last year in Div 2. Nice, Elliot. Nice play. Makes a stop with his paddle. And don't ask me how the puck ended up from there pinned underneath his left pad, but it did. The ref was right there, had a good view of it, so he blew the whistle before I even saw it. So talking to the parents from VRC, I'm able to add this context too, that obviously if you're not here, you wouldn't be aware of. After last game, I have a couple of pretty good friends on that team that were being objective and honest with Deborah and I, and they were saying that last game versus us was the first game they played that was 60 full minutes. They had played that well previously, but not throughout the game. Something behind the play there. Looks like number 8's getting a roughing penalty, I think. That looks like roughing, right? That's a rough thing to do to somebody. When you're down the penalty box, they have a sheet to let you know what it is, but they're all 2 minutes unless they're called double minors. Yeah, 2 minutes for punch in air. So going to the power play, we're about 10 minutes into the game here, 9 minutes, 11 seconds. Really evenly matched game here. This is more like the second half of last week, and I'm happy to see that. Really good opportunities created at both ends. I thought really, if I had to guess, this game is going to be something like 3-2 or 4-3 more than 10-5. But it's minor hockey, so the scores are inflated compared to, say, NHL or whatever. That said, I just feel like these are two, as offensively powerful as these two teams are. I know for us, and I observed with them, they don't have passengers. So with everybody hustling on D and playing a full game, that can tighten things up. I also know I have faith in our two goalies, and I am familiar with Jack Cool down there. He's a 2013. By the way, his family name is Cool. I'm not calling him Jack Cool, although his nickname is Jack Cool. Just spelled C-O-O-L in the nickname. I'm familiar with him and know he's a strong goalie too. So nice pass right in front of Weston. Nice shot. Stopped by Jack. Our Jack McCamey there with the nice pass in front to Weston. Got a good shot off. Well taken by their goalie. Try again, but this time intercepted and cleared out. Good hockey there by both teams. And as familiar as I am with these coaching staffs, I think they're two well-coached teams as well. So this is what you want. This is how kids get better. Fell for the face-off. That's what you want to do on a penalty kill. Good play by him. So speaking of which, the only coach I'm familiar with over there on their team is the far left. That's Matt Pettinger. Watched an interesting interview with him online this week about coming up into the league and earning your place. Long-time NHL veteran, and Elliot had the privilege of being on his team, one spring team, and I can attest that he has a lot of knowledge and coaching to pass down to their team. But That's something that we have in spades over here on our side too. I think we're probably the richest association in that area in coaching. This cohort's coaching cup overflow. As I turn the camera here, we got 46 seconds to go on the power play. There we go. Actually, oh, that's too bad because with one of their players having dropped their stick, we had a momentary 5-on-3. They're changing. Unfortunately, Finley had his head up and the puck kind of drifted on him, so we didn't get the most of that change, but Jack McCamey actually shifts it over and does just that. But now we're going on a line change, so we got Cole Wakeland in there all alone, gets off a good breakaway backhand. There's some slashing going on there from his bottom by Cole Wakeland and some head contact by VRC, but rather than call them both, he's calling neither. Pretty hard-fought, contested battle here so far. Right, our far left, Coach Rob Wakeland, standing up with the black hat, Coach Josh McCamey, and the other coach over on the bench there is Darren Van Owen. Oh, nice move by Silas. Patient, doesn't force it. Smart when you're defense pinching. You don't want to force it into the center in case I go back the other way just like this and you're not there. So he does a smart thing, gets it to Alexander Savage, gets back to his position, and he's there to hold it in for just such a scenario. High hockey IQ play there by Silas. Their players out of the box. We're back to even strength, approaching 3:30 to play in the first period. Dangerous opportunity developing for them here. Silas in, takes his man, frees up the puck. Landon Zariski comes in, picks it up, starts the breakout. Good defensive teamwork back there on that play. See it here again, off the puck. You see Landon going and put himself in a position where he's an option, an outlet option. See Jackson Reed doing the same thing over on the other wing. It was a little high, though, with the net, and Silas had to adjust for the net, and the pass is a little bit behind him, so Jackson couldn't take that hot pass on his backhand. So possession goes back to VRC. Riley Riddick running in. Shot doesn't make it through. Hits somebody in front. There's a lot of bodies there. I was more focused on how screened the goalie was. Another shot from the point. Intercepted by Cole Wakeland. Back and forth here as both teams battle hard. Big, strong Jackson Reed. Plows down the right wing. His team going off for a change. They're not really able to take advantage of it as the netting was in their way. Their player moving to his right wasn't able to throw it back to the left wing. But you could tell that's something they're aware of too, which if you watch a lot of hockey, NHL hockey, might seem intuitive and obvious, but it's not at this level. We got a player coming free here. Comes in tight, gets a shot up high. Really good shot by him, but misses the net. Lucky bounce there. Kerry Park Ghost puts the stick down. It won't be icing because it was their player that shot it back. Oh, Wally blows a tire on the, you know what happened? One of the rockets attached to the side of his skates ran out of fuel right at that moment. You see how strong and dangerous some of their players are. In fact, I think they're like us, where it's top to bottom. Good positioning on the ice by them. Good puck movement. Kind of gets us standing still. Oh, shot on net. Blocked by Henry. Is it Henry Atmore or Henry Atwell? Kyle, Henry Atmore or Henry Atwell? Atmore. Atmore's his teacher, and when I'm okay, thank you. Nice block by Henry Atmore, but it ended up bouncing, deflecting towards the net, and Elliot adjusted and made the save. So good stuff there. Apologies to Henry Atmore. Elliot's teacher is Ms. Atwell. And because you play so well, I get it confused. My mnemonic is, we want more Henry, because Henry plays so well, and then I get confused. But Atmore. Oh, you can see Weston disappointed not to get the puck there. Approaching a minute 15 in the first period. 0-0. Puck luck kind of going VRC's way here on that play. Elliott over to challenge. Does a really good job, in my opinion. Made the first save. Puck bounces out. Rebound put in. Bodies in the slot. Might have restricted his movement. I'd have to look at that, but unfortunately, after a good hard-fought period, we go down early. With a minute to play, 1-0 VRC. There will be an ice clean, but halfway through the game, not after the first period. Off the goal, we got the line of Jackson Reed on right wing. We got Jack McCamey at center and Alexander Savage on left wing. It's a combination I don't think we've seen previous to today. And on defense, we have Silas and William Hamilton, who've played a lot of this season together so far. See one of Williams' skills on display there. Nice, calm puck exit, gets it to Jackson. Jackson with an awesome shot. Big rebound, second save made. Third one, I'm not even sure how that went wide, but it missed the net to our right. Oh, so dangerous. Oh, boy. I thought that was going in. Twice I thought that was going in. I was actually surprised when it didn't. The Carey Park Mill Bay Islanders, that's the throwback. There is no community here named Carey Park. That's just the name of the Hockey Association, as far as I know. Backhand shot on the... Oh, another big save by Jack Cool on the blaster from Silas from the point. The initial one off Jack McCamey on a very dangerous backhand that hugged the ice. It didn't have a lot of velocity to it, but it was perfectly placed. And Jack got his pad over to save it. Elliott might have been best off just leaving that one alone, but deflects it wide. That'll end the period. What a good period by both teams. Wow. Quite a game.
Oh, you gotta talk to your boy about that when he did this.
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing?
When you do actually have mute, okay? If you need
Oh, okay. Wow, what a period.
it. Yeah, I think they're going to
Yeah.
the team.
Yeah. It is down there, more than down there. Yeah, actually, I think that's exactly right.
At this point. But I'm always worried about something.
You know what? I completely agree with that. Some quick color commentary there from a parent who'd prefer to remain anonymous. It looks to that parent as well. I'm passing this on as I agree completely, my personal opinion, which is only mine. It is not the opinion of the team or Carey Park Minor Hockey Association ever. That I think we played our best. I think they played their best. Both goalies obviously came up big in that period. The one concern is it seemed like we were working harder than them as the puck was more in our zone for sustained time for their chances, whereas our chances came off breaks and were either held for whistles or cleared back out. So as the game goes on, that can lead to some attrition. That would be the one concern, but this is very well, this team has good endurance. But just the nature of that first period was our Islanders were working more than their Kings, VRC Kings, and whether that might show its face later in the game. The ever dangerous Theo Hall coming in. Good back support pressure there by Cole Wakeland, supporting his D. Landon Zariski and Finley Dion, who worked together to neutralize that attack. Really good job by them. And now the puck's down in their end. So Alexander Savage down there with Cole Wakeland, and number 10 is Ollie Scow. Smooth skating Ollie Scow. Big, strong forechecking presence throughout the entire game. Nicely done, Elliott, on the deflection. Landon does a good job to get stick on puck. That's what you want to do at the release point, not after release point, because then you're just creating it's inevitable sometimes, but you create deflection, similar to what their team would do. But if you can get it at the release point like that, that's what you want to do, and that's what he did. Neutralized another opportunity as that bounced wide. And again, puck's in our zone for a while. Both teams playing so well here. But this is harder on our guys' legs than theirs, and these are human beings playing these games, and fatigue does come into it as muscles resist explosive response at some point. I didn't see if that was tipped or just came up, but see Elliott replaying it in his head. 2-0 VRC. Hopefully we can grab the next one here. All right, Luke Pettinger on their right wing across from our Jasper Smith. Their Hansen taking the face off. Simpson on their left wing. As we got the big Mac line out there. Matt Kinnon. Matt Kamey. And Mac Smith. Jasper Smith. Yeah, well defended by them. Good job to even give ourselves a chance, but yeah, good hockey all around here. Their player's all alone in front. Hopefully he doesn't find him. Does not, because Williams able to come off his coverage into the zone to cover that up. And then Silas got over and not only cleared the puck, but got it to Jack. Wasn't that pretty? Oh, just misses. Good try by Weston, trying to reach Jasper on breakaway attempt. Oh, dangerous chance here. Oh! Well done by their number 7, Hansen. Walks through a couple of good tenacious checks. Gets a good dangerous shot off. Nice initial save. Rebound goes in. 3-0 VRC with 16:48 to go in the second. You see Darren over there coaching up the kids on the bench. Beautiful sight. Whoa! Except they don't see the puck coming at them. I zoomed in to take a picture, but I forgot when I'm streaming I can't do that. I'm not able to see who's on this stream, but hello. I see it's one person other than Papa. Welcome. I have some guesses. I see what you're doing, Jess. You're the man. Probably never see this, but penalty coming up here. Oh, nice save. Shot caught me by surprise. Didn't catch Elliott by surprise. Maybe it wasn't a nice save. It was a peripheral shot, but I didn't see it coming, and it required a good, swift glove save. So it looks like they got Jackson Reed 2 minutes for slashing off of the face-off. With 16:73 to go. No, it wasn't Jackson. They took Jackson out of the box and they put in Brady. Yeah, that's Brady, right? I didn't get a good look at his face. Number 3. Yeah. Okay, so 2-minute penalty kill. Whistle blew. Sorry, horn blew. But play allowed to continue, so I don't know. I think they just haven't gotten the penalty up yet. Oh, they had it on the wrong side and they wanted to fix it. Okay. So if you have been watching every game, you likely have a similar answer to most of the parents around this team, that if you could fix one thing about this team, what would it be? Penalties. We take too many penalties. And in fact, oh, nice play by Elliott and Finley. Dion down there. I think Elliott made the save and Finley cleared the rebound that looked like a sure, easy tap in. That's how it looked to me live anyway. Henry grabs the puck, gets it to Cole. Cole gets it down on the penalty kill. 2 players off for a change. Good job by them. Cole down pressing the play. Still got Finley Dion on left D here. Really well done. And Alexander Savage and Landon Zariski out now to support as well. Now, of course, there's always a lot of things to work on, but if we were to pick one priority, it's for most people. Actually, I haven't heard a different answer. We got to stay out of the box more. Puck left in the slot. Second shot comes in, and Elliott covers it up. Boy, oh boy. Well, I'll say this. He's probably having fun down there with all these great opportunities. I thought that was played really well defensively. The player held his spot until it was time to attack the player and did. That forced a shot. Goalie in position to make the save, but then on a shorthanded situation, there's often nobody there to get the rebound except the other team. Elliott able to make the save on that one as well. Elliott Roach. A little over half the penalty gone. I'm not sure why. Jack McCamey tossed from the face-off. That could be because of something he did or someone else. But that allows him to get here off of the wing and pressure the point. I like that. Uh-oh. Dangerous play developing. Kind of settle back into a regular power play. Good job by Landon in front. Player loses his stick even. That dangerous Hansen kid. Boy, that earlier goal was pretty, wasn't it? Good battle down there. Puck ends up on Kerry Park's stick, but good forecheck by them. It's still down in the corner. Not clear possession. Battling. Clear possession game by the Kings. Back to the left point. Good pressure by Kerry Park. Both teams just doing exactly what they're supposed to. A pretty good opportunity there. I'd say a grade B shot. Save made as you'd hope. And puck cleared out. Penalty ending now. Goes to show how much sustained zone pressure time they've had. You see Brady joining the play there. We're back to 5-on-5. Nice. This could be dangerous. Go, go, go. Does that puck want to go? Ah, that whole play was just a little bit off. If that puck had rolled a little faster. We need one of those hurry hard guys out there with the brooms getting that down the ice. That would have led to a chance, I think. So a reminder that the ice clean will be the first whistle after the 10-minute mark of the second period. I gotta be honest, I don't like the 3-0, but I really, really like what I'm seeing from this Kerry Park team. I think this could easily be 3-2. Oh, and there's a good example there. Looked fairly harmless, but the puck was right in the slot, and you had Weston right on top of it. He was going to bang that in if Jack hadn't covered that up. Doesn't look like much of a save, but really was and might have saved a goal. Let me adjust that too. I could easily see it being 3-3. Another great chance there. Shot plays straight where you'd want it, tight against the post. But that's where the goalie's pad ended up as well. Saved by Jack Cool. Stays 3-0. I like the way we're playing, though. I mean, I don't know. Coaches might have a different opinion. Other parents, you watching. But I think we're playing really well here. And we're up against a good team. And I don't feel like a 3-goal differential really is reflective of our play to this point. Good battle down there. Weston McKinnon on the puck. He's got Cole Wakeland supporting with Jackson Reed in front. The puck comes out here to Silas at the point. He has a good chance of keeping it in. Look at that. Smart, good play by him. And then Henry Atmore, recognizing that, drifted back on his right D point. Well played, D. Well played, D. That was a really smart play by Silas, because in my head, I'm like, oh, you got to back up now. Right as I'm saying he's going to hold a point if he gets a chance. He started back up like he should, and then he saw an opportunity to jump back in there that even me, my armchair lefty spot perch up here, didn't see. Gave this team a chance to keep within the zone, and then his D partner saw that and backed up to support. That good pressure caused an icing, and the faceoff's down in their end. Good job by those two, lead to this chance. You gotta be good to be lucky. Oh, good sustained pressure by Kerry Park down there. That first initial shot by Brady. The second one by Jack McCamey. Good work down there. Finley Dion helping keep that puck in there. Brady gets a shot off in a funny position, but he gets his glove over to save it. If I'm that goalie, I'm taking a face off and calming things down too. Way to be, Islanders. Way to be. Good job. I think they should feel good about what they're doing out there. You know, full credit to Jack Cool in net there. That was another one. Now, again, I don't think if you ask them what happened, you'd be like, I don't know. I slid to my right, but that's what you're meant to do. Give yourself a chance. Let the puck hit you. It did. Full credit on the save. That's good goaltending. But there is a little bit of puck luck in that, I think. And if you keep creating chances like that, eventually one of them's going to go. Yes, nicely done. Was that Landon Zariski? I think it was. Might have been Finley. Finley telling the the Liney in real time it's not icing. Liney thinks about it and agrees with him. Oh, good hustle by Landon. Unfortunate bounce, so good job to tie up the stick. Good job, Landon. Good hustle, Zoro. Again, I mean, that's just beautiful hockey, right? Gives himself a chance to keep the puck in the zone. Good play by their player to get out and get his shin guards on the puck, which is what you want to do because that's going to make it bounce the way you want it to. Normally that'd be a breakaway. Good hard hustle by Landon. Well played right up to the line of interference. Does not cross it. Neutralizes what looked like a very dangerous chance. Love it. Contributing on both ends of the ice. Nice block there by Silas. Uh-oh. Yeah. Just the way that play developed, the whole slot sort of opened up for their player to walk in, but not much came of it. Let's see if something can come of this. William Hamilton down. Oh, he saw he had Jasper in the Yanni net over there. That was the right decision, but it didn't click. Oh, Jack Cool had the position on the shooter. Williams saw that, tried to give it over to Jasper, just missed the connection for what I think would have been an easy tap in. 2-on-1 here the other way. Now it's a breakaway. Nicely played by Elliott, but he grabbed the 5-hole. I thought that was a save from he had the first move, the second move. I think he had the third move too, but the guy found 5-hole. I think sometimes you got to tip your cap. That's one of them. I haven't seen a mistake down at that end yet. I've seen some really good saves. Obviously haven't seen a mistake down at that end. Seen some really big saves. It's a good team we're playing here. And again, leading up to that goal, I think we're doing a lot well. On that goal, I think we did a lot well. And, you know, on the one end, I said that you got to be good to be lucky. I think that goalie gave himself every opportunity to make the save, and it was. But the deciding factor not being puck luck, and I think down here as well. And one went one way, one went the other way. Could easily be a 2-goal swing. That's hockey. Just keep playing the right way. Another breakaway developing. Pass in front to Hansen. He tipped it, but wide. You heard the oohs from the team over there. Honestly, this being the first game of the season just hit me now. This is going to tune us up a little bit to be playing at our best the way we are here. We could carry this forward. Jackson Reed with a very dangerous wraparound attempt. Jack Cool gets over, gets his pad there at the last minute. To me, when Jackson was coming around the net, I thought he had it. In fact, he did, and the goalie just exploded over. Good try by Jackson. That close again. Keep going, boys. I don't think that 0 tells the story up there. We only got 30 seconds before the next whistle after ice clean. Next whistle after that mark means an ice clean. But good pressure. Nice chance there off the face-off as well. Backhand goes wide. Nice pinch by Silas. He's got guys behind him, though, if it gets by him. So they did a good job at chasing. And Finley Dion doing a good job supporting from his lefty point. Smart play. Gains the zone. That's the first thing you want to do. Priority number 1 met. Good job, Finley. Allows us to battle to get the puck back in the neutral zone, and you can see that's exactly what's happening here. Cole actually does get the puck. Not cleanly, though, as there Theo Hall puts on good back pressure, ties up his stick. Good hockey all over the place here. This is actually exciting. This is what we want for these boys. It's going to make them better players. Nothing's coming easy. Everything's being earned. And either you collapse and become a worse player, or you stand up to the battle and you become a better. And so far, I'm seeing nothing but positive signs from these guys. I don't believe that 4-0 is reflective of the play. You see how good Theo Hall can be for a big guy with a hard shot. He can also move well. Does everything well. Like us, I don't like to single out our superstars because we do have such a balanced team, and they do too. But we got a few players like that you look at a score sheet at the end of the game, and sometimes you don't even notice it happening, but it's 3 or 4 or 5 goals by the same player or the same line. Theo Hall would definitely fit that category. Next whistle will be ice clean. Oh my gosh. So well played by Finley. Forces him wide and down and low. That number 19, who I remember from our first time playing this team, he's another guy that's really got sharp shooting abilities. He got off a really good, dangerous shot there. Elliot Roach in perfect goalie position. Puck hit off his helmet, I think, which is at this age where players will aim, because even tight against the board, the post, given their height, you could just look at Jack down there, right? Like the top of the net's off and open. So short side as goalies hug that post. We even see it in the NHL, like Connor McDavid will hit that one that's there. Oh, good hustle play by Brady. Results in a non-official save. That doesn't even count as a shot on goal. But really nice save there by Elliott. Good positive play to end on. Good hustle by Brady. He knows what's going on in the game. He's telling the boys, let's go. It's Zamboni's time to shine. Goalies with mutual respect. Not surprised by that. I think we've been watching some awesome goaltending out here. 4-0 though after one. I've said it enough. I won't say it again how much I think that's not reflective of our play. And let's see if we can come back and play the same way in the second half and have a different result. See our players going up off the bench to the concourse, past the Phil Downey Memorial, home of the Islanders, home of the Islanders. Down under the banners, some of which are theirs, and into the home dressing room. So not the score we wanted. I'm just not a results-oriented guy, as you can probably tell. I think it was a fantastic first half. I think if we went back to the puck drop and played exactly that way again, we would have a different result. And you don't control the result, you control your input into it, and I think the team played really well. I can't see what adjustments need to be made. Last time we played them, I did. And I asked Elliot what was said at intermission, and what he said was, what he shared was masterful, and I think that made the difference in that game. So who knows that the coaches aren't in there doing the same thing this game. We'll see what kind of performance we can put on in the second half. So because this is a stream, I'm going to keep it going, but I'm going to hit mute, because as I step away from the camera, I don't want people not knowing it's on and not knowing they're being recorded. So I'll just leave this at the scoreboard there and be back for the second half puck drop. Players coming back to the ice. Cowbells being rung. Opinions I elicited. Again, duplicate how I saw it. A reminder, it's not the start of a period, it's the resumption of the second, so the face-off is not at center. When the whistle blew to end the play, the face-off was down in our end, so that's where it'll be here to start. If you remember, was that good hustle play by Brady, puck tipped up, nice reaction stop by Elliott, whistle blew, so that's where the face-off will be as we resume. Yeah, general opinion here, boys are playing well. A fair score would be 3-0 or 3-1. I even think 3-2. Honestly, my opinion's 3-2, but I was alone on that. And the issue one issue I hadn't seen that I'll share is maybe our shifts are a little long, but that's part and parcel with the other point that we have had a hard time clearing our zone. We didn't there though as the puck comes out to Jack McCamey. Oh, nice move by him to go far side, but Jack Cool got his pad down and catch the puck out. Would that have ever done something for the momentum here? Come right out of the half with a play like that. Good stuff, Islanders. Keep it up. Fresh ice, pucks roll, and then they stick in puddles. You can see it happen there to Silas, where it just came fresh off his stick. But we do get it out. I think icing's going to be waved off here, though maybe not. It is. A good hustle by Weston forces them to play the puck. They couldn't, quote-unquote, accidentally slow down and entice the icing. Good play by him, and he's rewarded with a chance high slot through 3 white jerseys, however. Was that Brady with that shot? I think that might have been Brady with that shot. Well, Brady, if you're getting confused with Weston McKinnon, or vice versa, that's a compliment. So take it as such. Extremely offensively skilled. So yeah, too much time in our zone, and therefore longer shifts. And that might lead eventually here, as the game goes on, to an energy differential. So we'll see. I don't think that's the case. I just think that's one of the potential results that we should be aware of and guard against. Nicely played there by Landon Zariski. Doesn't let the guy anywhere near the middle. Continuing his strong game, defensively and offensively. They're getting a lot of those bounces, though, aren't they? But to their credit, oh no, well, there's one there. They just seem to be getting those bounces again like they did last time we played them, but you make those bounces, right? The person battling's battling, and the puck comes out, and they have someone there in support. Brady says, let's get this over the blue line, and does. They put the puck down deep and go off on a change. Landon fakes the boards out and gets a nice pass over to Cole, but he got checked by the slick ice there, it looked like to me, and therefore checker. We regain possession, dump it down, gonna be icing. They wave it off last minute as the puck slowed down. Again, see, you can see the Zamboni effects as the ice gets cut up here. Elliott telling me that it's so slick when he first gets in there. You can see that he chopped it up. I don't know if that shows on the camera, but I can see it with my eye. That he chops it up as much as he can. But he said when you come out after the Zamboni clean here, it is so slick that when he's sliding, there's no resistance. So in order not to just slide through the play, he stops himself. But that sort of prevents you from going all out on the initial save attempt as well, right? It's the thing you got to balance. Look at that hustle by Jack McCamey. Oh, the Zamboni ice got him. Oh, just a beautiful display of his skating, though, wasn't it? Oh, there's a puck luck bounce for us. Doesn't settle for Jackson, though. Alexander there to keep it in. Most of this puck possession being fought for at every stage here. It's a good, smart play by Silas to dump it into open ice. Had it been early in the shift, Jack McCamey would have been on that. Instead, he unselfishly went to the bench for a change. Allows Jackson to go in and forecheck and steal the puck, get it to the slot, trying to get it to Ollie over there. Nice to see him on the ice. Is that Ollie? I don't think that's Ollie. That's Jasper Smith. That's Jasper Smith. Not for $1,000 would I have believed that I was going to confuse those two, but the 9 crunched up like a 0. Oh, good try. Capped in nicely at the point by Henry. Good pressure by them to get it and down. Is that going to be icing? Yes, it is. Good play by Henry. I thought his first half was his strongest half of the season so far as well. I don't mean the regular season, obviously. That goes by default. Off to a good start here in the second half. Still no score for it, though. To show for it. Weston McKinnon keeps it deep down along the left boards for Jaspers over to check for it. Again, not a clean win by either team, but the puck squirts out to Landon, who gets a good chance in. But again, no goal. Here goes William. Hamilton gets by one guy, not the second. Blows the tire, hits the boards. Chases a play back, gets a position, but doesn't matter. Weston McKinnon's got it. No support down there, though. Everybody's moving back and forth. Jasper comes up to support as soon as he can. Oh, nicely kept in. Rolling puck at the blue line by Landon and gets it low. That looked like it was going to get out. Good job by him. Stuffing along the boards there. The ice gets chopped up. Zamboni threw it today, but only at the end of the day do they go around with the... Theo Hulk is strong to the net. Good pressure by Landon, forces him to take a line he doesn't like. Good positioning by the goalie. And shot drifts wide to the left side of the net. Had it not been for the good defensive pressure by Landon and the good goaltending positioning by Elliott, he might have gotten a shot off there. As it is, drifts harmlessly wide left. Yeah, at the end of the day, they go around with something that looks like those handheld compactors they see at construction sites. You know, like a lawnmower handle, but the bottom looks like an electric sander. And they go around and they chip up the ice along the boards and let it freeze overnight and smooth out. But anybody who's played at an outdoor rink knows the exaggerated effect I'm trying to describe. But it's like that, but a little bit less. So as the puck goes along the boards, it can be hard to handle because it's wobbling. Dangerous opportunity there. Doesn't make it through. Silas gets it up to Jack. It was just a little stretch for him, but he manages it with his skill. Doesn't even lose speed. Gets a dangerous shot off the left side there. Another nice positional save by Jack Cool. A lot of good VRC performances today, but I would have to say that he's been their MVP so far because that 0 looms large up there, and with all the opportunities we've had, I think really a lot of opportunities. I mean, it wouldn't be inconceivable for us to be up 6-4, and we're not because of his good play down there. Smartly played by Jack and the bench and the person on the door, which is Hunter Clutch Campbell, to not take a too many players penalty there on that change. Jack keeping himself in the play and then leaving when he could. Little details, but that shows a well-coached team and good, smart players. Silas sees an opportunity, sees open ice, takes it. I like it. Like a wrecking ball coming in, sees the 5-hole. Did he get it there? He did. I saw it from here. He saw it from there. Even at full speed, he's able to stop enough to adjust and somehow maintain control of that puck. I believe it was on his backhand he put it in through the pads of Jack Cool, who had good positioning on it. That's part of why I'm so excited. That was a A+ goal, start to finish by Silas. He saw some ice. He opportunistically jumped on it. Skillful zone approach. How he didn't lose the puck during those moves. That's a defenseman down there. That's a defense doing that forehand, backhand stuff. Gets it on his backhand. I thought it was going to roll. I saw the 5-hole. I thought, no way, trying to control that puck. Can he put it in that specific a position? But he did. How he saw that? Well, he's keeping his eye on the puck and the stick and looking for holes and everything. Very impressive goal by Silas de Gagne. Gets Carey Park on the board. First goal of the regular season for the Carey Park Islanders. Who would have guessed it would come from a defense, but it did. Kind of makes sense after all those great chances created by our forwards didn't go, that it might be something unexpected. Long shot from the point. Save made. Gathered by Finley Dion. Not the first time today. He gets it up to Jackson. Good hustle for the puck. Jackson beats their D to the puck. Wraparound attempt. He saw the 5-hole as well. It was there, but the stick was in front of the spot. Keeps it out. Puck finds Alexander, but gets by him. Alexander down, supporting on that goal attempt. Hustling back, gets the puck down behind his own net. Good job, Alexander. End-to-end play. Gotta love that. Puck bounces on him. Good try by him to get it out with his body, but slipped underneath him. Nice positioning by Silas. That was dangerous. Last man back. Really nice play, but I think zoning out was the move there. Boy, he's played a nearly perfect game. Goal scorer on the last shift. Nice play there, defending what looked like it was going to be a really dangerous opportunity. He might be thinking, I want to go for 2, and why not after that last rush? Who's going to stop me? Nobody last time. Who was that? That was Henry. Nicely done, Henry. Pass out to Jackson. Misses maybe just as well. Those guys have been out there for a while, so that allows all 5 skaters on the ice to change. We have Landon and... Actually, Henry stayed on, so Landon and Henry are on with Jack, Jasper, and Weston at forward. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Wow. Was that gloving up? Was that glove? Was that gloving up, or did he miss the net? Could you tell?
I don't know.
The shot's too fast for me to see. I think it was off a glove. Wow. Anyways, what an attack that was. I believe that was Theo Hall.
11, 22 again?
Shots on goal, 22-22. 11 seconds to play when the puck is dropped. That'll be the end of the period. Don. I didn't see it this time, but that's how I feel. All right, so in the second half of the second period, the only goal tallied by Kerry Park. As the kids say, those who know. 11 seconds when that puck was dropped. Shots on goal, 22-22. Entering the third period here. 4-1 for VRC. You know, I do say it the other way, that sometimes I think other teams deserve a little better on the scoreboard. Today I think it's us. But ultimately, big picture, what we want to see is good competitive games like this. And obviously W's. We still have a full period to come back in this one. And I think even though it's the first game of the season, this one might loom large in the standings come the end of the year. Or at least I would hope so, because I think these are two of the stronger teams. Well, they're all stronger teams. I think they're going to be there. I think we're going to be there. And I think this might matter. By all accounts, that Theo Hall kid's an exceptional kid too. He stayed in Peninsula for next year just to play with his buddies. And anybody who does that, I think that's a very respectable thing in a young man. And near us, I haven't mentioned his name yet this game, probably because I'm afraid to speak him into existence here, but right there with the puck, number 17, that's Lincoln Kiss. One of the more dangerous players on the island at this age as well. So him out there with Theo is a pretty strong... Oh, jeez! Almost had the save. It came off his stick in a funky way and fluttered up and left. Elliott got his blocker out, but not enough to save it. Out from the... I think it was Lincoln that got it out there. Yeah, absolutely. I read the referee's lips. 9 from 17, so that dangerous player I was just talking about, don't blame me for speaking him into existence. It doesn't work that way. But he went down. He got the puck out so suddenly, led to a one-timer attempt. It was up. Really well placed. Instantly released. Bang, bang play. Goalie almost got there. Didn't quite. And now it's 5-1. I still think we have a shot in this game. It's just that everything to this point has been earned for both teams. And it's going to continue that way. So I think the puck was covered up there long enough for not moving that they are calling for a face-off. Indeed. Extended zone time down here off the face-off in the Kerry Park zone. Puck came out though. Offside. Face-off comes outside that blue line. If the puck comes out of the zone and re-enters the zone before all the players in the zone clear, that's one of the ways you get offside. Basically, the puck is not allowed to enter the zone after a player. If a player enters the zone before the puck in the offensive end, whether that just be on the initial entry or if the puck comes out and back in, that's offside. Wow. Wow. At some point, that seemed undeniable. I lost my words watching it. You just had a sense as he blew by the defense over there who was in good position and played it well. You could just tell he wasn't going to be denied on that attempt. And sometimes he gets a shot off like that. Well-placed, hard shot. I've seen so many of those go in. I almost had a premonition there, and I was right. Jack McCamey with an absolutely beautiful goal to answer quickly, to keep this within 3 with 19 minutes to go in the third period. That's plenty of time for a team as skilled as us. Let's see if we can build on that. Real nice pass there from William Hamilton out to Alexander Savage. Do it again, Blue. That's right. Oh. Okay, a couple of unlucky bounces created by them. Their number 7, that Hansen kid, he's dangerous. We've seen this already today. Silas took a really good angle. He still managed to get a shot off. Good job by Silas, though. Tie him up that much that he missed the net. But good job by that kid. He didn't get a shot off there. Number 7, Hansen, and their team. They got a lot of players. Okay, so do we. Here's one, William Hamilton. He makes a nice move. Splits the 4 checkers. He sees he has an open man. It's Jack McCamey again down that same wing. Doesn't miss by much, just past the far post. What a zone breakout play by William Hamilton. Jack McCamey, third time this game, I've just happened to notice that he takes an unselfish time to leave the game after a scoring attempt rather than hanging around in the offensive zone tired. He gets off and lets somebody with more energy do it. And that person right now is Alexander Savage. You had the perfect angle on the finish there. A little bit of space to the goalie's right, his left. If that wasn't post in, it was close to it. He placed it right where you'd want to put it with your hand. Picks up the puck, boom. Nice hard shot, rising. That's another one. The third one, I'd say their goalie had no chance on. Gave himself a chance. You saw him make a move on it. But a shot like that's going to go in every time. Alexander Savage makes it 5-3 with 18 minutes to go. And you can feel the energy coming from me. I'm sure there's energy in the building. There's a little buzz going here now behind me. Murmuring. I don't know if the phone's picking that up. Excited chatter. You can hear it coming off the ceiling. There's just a buzz in here right now. Big time for a save. Puck goes wide instead. Don't want to suck this energy out of here. We're going well right now. Battles continuing all over the ice, so I see them doing so much, so good, including that save. How that guy, the shooter made himself available through the seam. The passer somehow saw him. He got the shot over perfectly. And then it was just up to the goalie at that point, and he came up with a big save at a big time. Oh, a lot of net there, but Elliott gets over. Who's that helping him out down there? Henry Atmore and Cole Wakeland in there. Forcing the shot up and over into the netting. Taking away a dangerous flurry there in front of the net, keeping it 5-3. Let's go, Kerry Park! I'm not just a broadcaster, I'm a fan. All right, they got Benny Butterfield on their lefty. Puck doesn't come out to him as we win the draw. That's Jack McCamey. He's out there with Brady Williams. I like this combination. Brady staying on side. Waits till Jack enters his own 5 white jerseys back, though. Did what he could. They got, oh! I think accidental, but so dangerous. I'm glad to see that Ollie adjusted himself and didn't take the brunt of that. I don't think in any way that was intentional, but pretty obvious, easy call. Yeah, 4 minutes because it's so dangerous. The reason, that's why I was waiting to make, you got to pull back there is the thinking. And if you don't, it's just so dangerous that I like that. He didn't referee the result. He refereed the act. Again, I think it was just a hustle play by their player, but something that dangerous is just, you got to get that out of the game. And in my opinion, good job by the officials there to call it double minor. Good job really by Ollie as well to protect himself. It was pointed out to me on the break. I didn't acknowledge it live because I didn't see it. When that puck went over onto our bench earlier, I was talking about how Darren was coaching up the kids, and the puck came up and they weren't watching. The puck apparently hit Ollie in his hand. Team trainer Jeff Williams took a look at him, and all-time trainer Mom looked at him, and they both said that he's okay, and the fact he's back out there. So if you notice that live, obviously he is okay, and it was his hand. Oh. 5-3 here, 3:19 to go, and a double penalty, double minor. Oh. This is a pretty glaringly obvious turning point in this game. VRC knows if they can hold them off, that's going to mean a lot to them. But for us, if we can get it within one or tie it up or even more here, let's see. Well, I guess it wouldn't be even more in the power play, but Weston and Jack just missing, but Jack battling for the puck, takes it back out, gets it to Silas, has a great shot, blocked in front by the D. Puck still loose. Weston there in good position to get a backhand on it. Jack cool in position to make the save. Swallows it up for a face-off to his right. Good chance created there by Jack, especially since they had possession of the puck. He regained possession, got it to Silas. Good dangerous shot. That's what you want, is clustered chaos in front of the net. Came to Weston, but puck stayed out ultimately. 5-3, 2:42 to go in the power play. If we could score here in the next 40 seconds, that 2 minutes stays up there. If it's after that, I'm not sure. It really depends if it was called a 4-minute major or double minor. I was calling it a double minor, but to be clear, I'm not sure. I hope we find out here, though. If it's a major, that means no matter how many goals we score, the penalty goes to full time. If it's a double minor, when we score, the penalty comes off the board. If it's within the first 2 minutes, what's left of the first penalty. If it's after that, player comes out of the box. Nice pass by Brady to Jasper, who saw he had Cole Wakeland coming up and tried to get it to him, but good pack pressure by their D prevented that. Brady gets it down low to Jasper. Puck sticks on the boards, like I was talking about before. They need to get the compactor out there. Boy, Brady's looking good out there. Oh, nice centering pass to Jasper. Gets an awesome shot off to the left side of the net. Jack Cool over to make a big save. Boy, this minute 40 to go here in the power play. Finley finds it, gets a shot off. Dangerous, but blocker to the corner by the goalie. Puck finds its way to Finley again. He's got it on the point. Shot taken across the slot out to the other side. William Hamilton has it on his stick. Good pressure by them. Does the only thing he can. Gets it down low, but they're able to get it and get it out. That's unfortunate. Good PK by them, though. Hammy taking a run with it as his teammates change. He's all alone on 3 players, but he gets in and gets a backhanded jam attempt. Save made, but puck kept in by Jack McCamey over there. Holy smokes, that was talented. Nonetheless, puck comes out. Brady's able to get to the bench, so now we have Weston McKinnon with Jackson Reed with the puck on his stick there. Over to Weston. With Jack McCamey supporting on this play. William Hamilton on right D. Left D just changed on that play, so he's joining the play now. Right there, Landon Zariski. As Finley Dion had gone off. Oh boy. That's it, Elliott. That's it, Elliott. 2 funny little bounces leads to a chance. Not the hardest save in the world, but that would have been a backbreaker. 22 seconds ago in the power play. It's been pretty good power play for us, but nothing to show for it on the scoreboard. This might do it. Final 10 seconds. Let's see if we could keep this momentum going here and just sometimes you get one right after the penalty ends. Let's see if we can do one of those. That's their player coming out of the box. Back to 5-on-5. Unfortunate bounce there. Theo Hall with a full head of steam. Nice save by Elliott. Puck falls down in front of him. He goes to put his glove on it. The puck was still loose, but the ref had lost vision of it. From where we're standing here, I knew that whistle was coming. It did come. Players saw the puck and wanted to keep playing, so they did. It's a pretty tough physical play down there, but no call coming out of that. Theo Hall with a full set of steam. Because of the quick puck turnover, our players were, there's Ollie risking his, I can see his parents saying, "Don't do that, Ollie, what are you doing?" Wow. Our players on their heels when the puck was turned over, so they weren't able to stop him. He was able to come in and around with a full head of steam. It was clear as soon as he grabbed that puck, it was going to come down to him and Elliott. Elliott winning that battle and keeping it 5-3. Puck back to the point. Wow. Nice D-to-D pass by Rawa. Puck on the way to the net, tipped in front of the net. Saved by Elliott. Woo! That was Phil Putt with the tip in front. This is Hall now coming down the right wing. Nicely played by Landon, but he still ends up with the puck on his stick and support over there by his deep partner, Henry. And Cole, good job by them. And now Alexander, good 1-2-3 combination. Sometimes it takes 3 guys to beat that guy, but we did it. Good teamwork there. Good battle by Landon down there. Puck eventually comes out to Ollie, kept in. It's going back and forth, back and forth. The whole game's been like this. Oh, nice move. Nice move. Boy, look at the size of that guy in front of the net. That's the number 8. He's the one that took the double minor. Dangerous here. Good job by Ollie to get up at the point of release. Puck off his skate into the corner. Looks like we just settled for an icing here. No shame in that. Might have been the right move there. Our zone exit's being thwarted again and again. Let's get a break, a breath. You're allowed to change at this level on icing, so that's what we did. So we have some fresh bodies out there. Finley Dion and Silas on D. Jack McCamey taking the face off with Weston McKinnon out there. And Jasper Smith, the big Mac line. Again, it's just we're having a hard time exiting the zone still, eh? That's good. Not good. It's good that it's clear to me. Something to work on, and next time we play these guys, hopefully we'll be in a position to do a better job with that. Hasn't been egregious or anything. Not like that Yale Shawnigan game. 57-minute zone time, unofficially. Felt like 64 in a 60-minute game. But a lot. Oh boy, 2-on-1 developing here. Finley says, not on my watch. Good strong stick by them to get it in front, but Silas de Gagne comes back and ties up the attacker's stick. Really nice play, Silas. Now Jack McCainey's going the other way. Good defense by them, but he gets a good shot off, which led to a big juicy rebound. Picked up by them. That's unfortunate. Another break by them. Oh my gosh. I'll say it. Nice save. Woo. Nice high, tight shot right against the post like that. Woo. Boy, Elliott looks good today. He looks good to me. Both these goalies, I could see either one of these teams having double-digit goals today with all the offensive prowess on display there. Riley Ruddick with a long dump in on net. Elliott makes his save, holds on to it. Wow. Wow, what a battle. If we just, you think about earlier, I felt comfortable enough to say it to my wife. I said it on here, but I am gonna circle around to say it again, that we had a play in their end that was played perfectly by their goalie and perfectly by the shooter, and it just comes down to chance, in my opinion, whether it's gonna stay out from that point, and it did, and it came down on our end, and it was almost a photocopy of the previous play, a copy and paste. And I think our goalie played it just as well, and their shooter played it just as well, and it went in. And at that point, that made it 4-0. And had that not happened, oh no, it would have been 3-1. And a totally different game, right? Okay, unfortunately there, it looks like we're going to the PK for 4 minutes for head contact was down in the corner here. I saw it happening, but honestly, I didn't think there was much to it. So when I saw it was William Hamilton, I'm like, well, he's not doing anything dumb down there. Especially with Mum in the penalty box. Oh, the double whammy. Well, maybe this will count as his timeout for it. But I thought it was William. I thought, if anything, it's going to be offsetting or the other kid. And I just didn't really put an eye on it because he's such a good, smart, disciplined player. But he is tall. Nice, Elliott. And like an NHL play over there. By them and by us. So if I had to guess, it was an elbow up at a head where he wasn't able to control it. I don't want to. I didn't see it, but I mean, what's William take? 1 penalty a season, so. But there may have been some frustration, retaliation, whatever. Maybe the camera caught it. I didn't, so I'll quit talking about it. Wow, dangerous opportunity there. Played well, and shot goes wide. Good promise here. Again, like the last time we played, was it these guys or was it the tournament where when you're down by 2 with 8 minutes to go, 9 minutes to go, and 4 of those are going to be shorthanded, you're going to press defensively, which is going to open you up at the other end, but it's what you got to do. Oh, nicely done, Elliott. Yes! Sorry. Apologizing so hard for cheering for my own kid that I kicked over the tripod, but that play was made before the puck ever reached the other player's stick, and I'm proud of that. Good tracking, good anticipation, good positioning, good save, swallows up the rebound. Face-off won by them. Good clean possession. Good pressure up there by Jasper. Zarisky down low. Nicely done, boys, nicely done. Jasper and Landon putting them in a position where they had to make a tough play, and that's when mistakes can be made. Just past the first minute of the penalty kill. Just about 3 to go. 8 in the game. Wow. Ollie sure has some rockets. Zone entry, but I was about to say it's splintered and not gathered because of the pressure. And to illustrate that thought, zone entry was unclean, but they have gained good possession here. So we set up in our floating box. Good job, Ollie. Made that pass hard. They made it work that time, but that's what you do, Ollie. That's it, buddy. Oh, good D, Ollie. Good PK play. They can maintain possession, though, but it's getting a little sloppier here as we're putting good pressure on. Silas DeGongye now down low and Jasper up here, forcing them to make plays. This is good PK. They are, though. They're a good team. Walking in here. Really nicely done by Silas. He switches up with, no he doesn't, he stays where he was with Jasper. Nice move by their number 8, Philpott. He's a dangerous player, isn't he? Nice play by him to reverse, I think is what they call that, when you go from one side of the ice to the other. Often you have an open man over there. Good pressure by Ollie. Shot still makes its way through. Silas in there clearing it out, but again, not perfectly. Really good job by VRC on this power play. Really good job by Kerry Park on the PK. You see in front, Landon taking his man, giving the goalie a nice clear shot of that. Assist on that save to Landon Zarisky. In fact, all the kids out there, Silas DeGongye, Jasper Smith, Ollie Scow. I'm hesitant to say this because there's so much I miss with hockey, but to me that looked like a perfect penalty kill. Really impressive stuff. They maintained their position well. They put pressure on them. They made them make play after play after play, or if they'd missed it, it would have gone out of the zone. To their credit, VRC, they did. Created a couple of good chances, but Elliott stepped up then. Good team unit play. Unfortunately, they keep winning these face-offs, so the puck's still in our end. 1:16 to go in the 4-minute power play. Nice double tip to the net. I saw it was going wide. My nice was reacting to him having the presence and composure to cover that up and take the face off. That's what you want to do there. What a great game. I wish we had another period to go on this one. This is a beauty. This is an absolute beauty. I just got to say, I mean, this Kings team is our match, but we theirs. So first things first, let's kill this penalty. Henry with a good hard ring around. Good job, Henry. He had 2 shirts to get it by there, and he did. I wasn't sure he was going to be able to do it, but he released it with such good velocity that it got out. Impressive. But they've regathered. They've come back in. Theo Hall walks in, takes a shot. Save made by Elliott. Again, good defense by Finley. You don't have to stop him completely. Ideally, you want to, of course. But if you can make it hard for him like that, that helps your goalie a lot. He's still got a chance away, but you see his one hand on the stick, maybe kind of backhanded. Nice save by Elliott, well tracked. Guy coming in like a freight train like that. Track that puck, get another freeze, but they won that face-off again. Okay, so it's still in our end. I'm so used to us winning every single face-off. Almost out, but not quite, but good pressure there from Weston. That's what you want to do. You want to capitalize on a stagger puck like that. Tell me how many people in U13 can make a pass like that. Are you kidding me? Wow, it's nice. This is good, though. You want to play good players. We are. They are. We're making them better, which is going to make us better, which is going to make them better, which is going to make us better. This could be a little partial break. I don't think so, but with Jack McKamey, you never know. How did he keep that in his feet? On his stick with his feet. Holy smokes, that was skillful. Short-handed opportunity created by Jack McKamey. Icing, and that'll probably do it for the penalty. Woo! Way to be, Islanders! Boy, I don't think there's a kid on that bench that didn't contribute to that penalty kill. Or on the ice, of course. Still lots of time to go in this game. If we can grab one, no wonder our viewership has tripled. Game like this is probably all over social media, and our viewership has ballooned. Like I said, by 300%. Kyle, what's the clock time on this game? What? Thank you. All right, so we have 9 minutes real time, 5 minutes game time. So 48 on the clock. 3:48 local time is when we'll be buzzed off if the game's not done. To be clear, we've gone all the way from 1 viewer to 3. Oh, Jackson Reed in good position. He kind of took 2 passing lanes away. Rewarded with an opportunity. It wasn't a great one, but he made the most of it. Got off a very dangerous chance. Floats up high and over the net. Rebounds at the slot. Our players are there. Their players are there. It's pinballing around. Cole Wakeland doing a good job. But eventually VRC coming out. Good pressure over there. That's going to be a penalty. That's going to be a penalty. Shoot. Given the time on the clock, we got to get possession, boys. Let's go. Oh, their player's down, so the whistle's blown. I'm not going to show him. He's against the boards. It looked like a puck battle to me, but Jackson's so big and strong, the guy went down. That's just going to be tough up there. And I hope that kid's all right, obviously. It looked like an innocuous play where he slid down, but no, it didn't look innocuous. Because it was close to the boards, he crashed into the boards. Oh, I'm glad to see that. Way to be, Benny! Way to be, Benny! It's the problem with hockey is the boards. I hate that. His dad standing back there over them. Ask him why it's not a bigger penalty. I don't blame him. If that were my kid, I'd probably want the guy thrown in jail. They call it 2. I'm watching him on the bench over there. I can't really say either way. If I see anything, I'll let you know. Hopefully he's okay. But we're back to the penalty kill here. Might have been the difference in this game, how much time we spent on the PK. We had the 4-minute advantage at one point and didn't score as well. You know, not to sound like play with a high stick. That'll be waved off, so play continues. Deemed we didn't gain any advantage from that. Theo Hall walks in, gets off a good hard shot over the net. To finish quoting Jacques Martin. Specialty team, PK, PP. Often, that's the difference in a game. Let's see if we can grab a shorty here would be big, obviously. And that's going to be in the back of their minds. I was given the phraseology for that. It's called scoreboard effect. That the score of the game influences how you play. And in this case, it forces us to open up, which data analytics shows leads to more goals against. It increases your chances of winning, but not as, or scoring, I should say, but not as much as theirs. But you'll take that variance when you're down by 2 and say, okay, well, we have a greater chance of scoring, even though it means a greater chance of being scored against. The risk reward makes that worth it. So teams adjust their play, and it leads to more goals against. And when they weight overall team goals against and things like that, it's something they're able to factor in. I find all that stuff fascinating. I know some people roll their eyes at it and hate it. But I know some people like it, like me, so I'll share that. I know Hammy's dad likes it. I'm passing on from him. He's going to want me, he's going to say, don't give me credit for that. You butchered the whole concept. But he's the one that shared it with me. And I'd say I got it about half right. Olive dancing around in her Kerry Park towel hoodie. Classic. Got her brother's number and name on the, well, her name too, on the back of the jersey. Fun to see that. Up here on the concourse, people having a good time. I could tell this is a little bit choppy. This might be the opportunity. A reset. There's 10 seconds left in the penalty kill. 2.5 minutes to go in the game. 5-3 Kings. Okay, that sound is the door being open. We're back to even strength, but the players still have the play. Nicely done by Jack McCamey back in front of his own net. Making the play. Breakaway as Jackson Reed comes out of the penalty box. Nicely defended. Gave him nothing to shoot at, and then perfectly played by Jack Cool down there. That wasn't going to go in, but it was the only opportunity he had. Good hockey all around by those 3 players. So, 2 minutes to play. Oh! Elliott's stick went flying on that save. There's a tripping being called that seems to upset one of our parents, so it must be on us. There is no way Jack McCamey's taking an intentional penalty at that point. I didn't see the play at all. I won't comment, but again, our most disciplined, intelligent players in the box on top of the regular parade that we seem to have sometimes. Just too much to overcome, in my opinion, in this game. 2 minutes to go down by 2. It would take more of a miracle than that is justified at this point. So, police officer on his break, able to come in and watch some of the games. Got to go back to duty. He's seen enough. I'll finish my joke. He's leaving. He can't watch this many penalties and not arrest somebody. So he's escorting himself out of the box, out of the building. Our player out of the box as they score one late. Guess what? We killed off 6 in a row, but couldn't make it 8. 6-3, minute and a half to go. That's unfortunate. I think we deserve better on the scoreboard, but then again, I say that, and you know what? If you take penalties, they eventually show up. So, you earn penalties as well, especially when they're against players that don't normally take them. So I missed the initial call on Wakeland, but speaking of players that never take penalties, I think at 3 seasons or two seasons with this boy and one watching him whenever I could, I don't think I've ever seen him take a penalty. But the ref wants to keep this game in control, so he did call the penalty. I absolutely didn't see it. There was a comment from the bench about the quality of the call. They got teed up for unsportsmanlike. And in fact, I think that other penalty up there on Brady might be not that penalty. So I think we're at 5-on-3 for the remainder of this game, unless they score 1, 2, 3 goals, 4 goals, 5 goals. I don't know. Hopefully that's a moot point, but 5-on-3 for the last minute here. Really well played by Alexander Savage on the point. Nicely done in front to clutter up the space by Henry Atmore, who's another kid I think could be MVP in this game for us. Or I didn't say another kid, that kid. Best game I've seen him play. And that's all you can ask from anybody ever. And hey, if you do that every single time you're on the ice, just imagine. Not realistic, but a realistic goal. Henry Atmore, my player of the game to this point. 24 seconds to go here. Let's see if someone can score 3 goals in that time. Steal that award from him, but nice, strong blast from their right point. Oh, is that Lincoln Kiss? No wonder. That was Lincoln Kiss. They got him on the point. Elliott with the save. I'm going to make a comment that I noticed that they're still pressing for goals. They're a little angry about some of the penalties that we took at the end of the game. They wanted that 2-minute made of 4. And so they've instructed their players to keep pressing, I think. As the bad blood boils over into a game that we're playing next weekend. They grabbed a game puck. Not sure for who, but could be a lot of players for whom that would be deserved. And I think our side too. I'm not worried about that 6-3. It didn't feel like a 6-3 game. How are we going to win at the end of the game from the box? We played real well. We got it within 2 towards the end and gave ourselves a real good chance there with that power play and some of the opportunities we created. I came at a last game thinking if we're to play these guys in a 7-game series, if I'm to be objective the way that last game went, it's going to be a hard-fought, tight series. But I'd have to say they're a slight favorite. I think that's probably still the case, but less so. I think we narrowed whatever gap there may have been that was narrow anyway to a sliver. So from 53-47 to 51-49, probability of winning, in my opinion. And we have lots of time to work on things and the coaching staff to do it. So I strongly believe that even as early as next weekend, although it'll be an away game down at E&H Stewart Arena, we have another chance to come back. Let's see, we're just down to Papa here. I can't think of that coach's name, but I do know his name. I do know he's a paid coach, and therefore theoretically a professional and good coach, and I do know that. I could say I forget his name, and I apologize for that. No disrespect intended there. What I said earlier, that I've seen these VRC teams get better. He was the coach of one of them, and that team improved a lot over the course of that season. It was a U13 team a couple years ago. And I agree with the fan beside me here. He says that was a good game, and people are nodding in agreement. I agree with them. Again, I don't think the 6-3 tells the story. I think the 2 37-second penalties left up there at the end of the game might. If it's not clear to anybody watching, if it's clear or live, he's discussing that penalty that was down here. It was on Jackson. It was called a 2-minute, and he's making his case of why I thought it should have been more and getting an explanation of that. I actually like to see that. It's good, open, respectful communication. Helps the officials, helps the coaches understand the game better. You can see the father over here wanting an explanation to be passed on. So I think it's great that his coach is getting that and able to pass that on to him. So I think that's good because, like I said, if I was the father in that case, I might be, well, I'm pretty sure I'd be upset too. So the explanation, I think, is deserved. The win by VRC is deserved. As much as I say I don't think the score was reflective of the play, I do think they deserve to win today, and they did. But we played well. Bottom line, we're 0-1 to start the season. But I think that's a real good start. And I think if we can bring that level of play into our game tomorrow, then we're going to have a really good chance of winning that game, or any game that we play that way. So yeah, a reminder, we have a game nice and early tomorrow morning. 8 a.m. puck drop, live from West Hills. We'll be at JDF for that game. For people not from the region, that's about depending where you live up here, 20 to 45 minute drive south, other side of the Malahat in Langford, which is basically Victoria. So we will see you from there tomorrow. Oh, yes. If you turned off before now, you're not a real fan. You don't get to know anyway. I started to explain it, and the play took over and distracted me. Because tomorrow's in West Hills Arena, and West Hills Arena doesn't have good Wi-Fi, we will try to stream. We'll do our best to stream. But if it doesn't work, we'll record the game and upload it later like we traditionally did. We don't know, so don't mention that. Okay, so whether live tomorrow or we'll try it live, and if it doesn't work, we'll record it and upload it later. And I wouldn't be Papa's son-in-law if I didn't end with, go Jays!